Welcome back to the Living Room Podcast. Today we have a very special guest. We have Meg here, and I'm so keen for you to just join us in our podcast today.
Thank you. Me too.
I feel like you're excited. The perfect special guest for us.
Thank you. I'm super excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm super keen. So Regina is pregnant, so she's on maternity leave right now.
Yeah.
So I believe this conversation is going to be amazing. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about superficial beauty and what is healthy beauty, managing and balancing our expectations of beauty. But yeah, maybe I'll just get you to introduce yourself a little bit. Who are you? What are you doing here in Cambodia? And
well, my name is Meg, and thanks for having me on your podcast. Okay. I feel like since we met, we just kind of clicked, and there's a lot of overlap in what we want to do and what we want to see happen in the next year or two, as well as probably in our lifetimes, I'm thinking. So so this is really awesome that we're able to do this. So I just want to say thanks for that. So let's see. So I've been in Cambodia. That is a hard question. I can't even say that. But what I like to say is, so I've been kind of more locked down to Cambodia for the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. But before that, I was already in Phnom Penh for about 1.5 to 2 years. Mm-hmm. So, 2020, I moved here, and the vision for myself was to speak the language, live here, and mm-hmm. work in modeling, entertainment, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
That's kind of my upbringing. That's kind of what I did growing up. And so combining that with my love for this country, I just kind of stepped out here on my own. I pioneered, I guess. I feel like that's such a big word to claim, but at least pioneered for myself mm-hmm. and what I want to see happen. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
I feel like, I don't know, when I first met you, I was like, dang, it's just so crazy to meet someone else that is kind of also doing the same thing. And I feel like even for myself, people you just came here yourself, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was just watching your stories recently of how you're saying you don't have any Khmer relatives or anything. So it's seems so out of the blue, I guess, to people who don't know us or anything.
Right.
But I feel like it's a brave move as well. And I love, actually, I didn't really know that I guess your goal as well is to speak the language and just your Khmer is so good. Give us a little sample. Say something.
Sample. Okay. ជំរាបសួរ អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នា ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះ Megumi ខ្ញុំពិតជាស្រឡាញ់កម្ពុជាណា
Amazing.
Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Okay, before we get into our conversation, let's do our beauty secrets for all of you guys who always watch us. You know that's our little tradition. Do you want to start us off with your beauty secret?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Let us know.
So this is something that I found just scrolling through my Instagram. I used to be the person who's if it's on Instagram, it's probably not true. But then I gave it a try and I was like, oh my gosh, it's true. This works.
5-minute hacks.
5-minute hacks. So this one's a 5-second hack.
Okay.
So we have our lipstick here.
Velvet Teddy to be exact.
Velvet Teddy by MAC. Love this color. So I already have a lip combo going on. And I love this color, but if we want to brighten it a little bit, want to bring some shape or color out, what they recommend is to add a tad of concealer.
Whoa.
Tad of concealer
Show
to
us
it.
how to plump it up.
Let's do this. So I'm just going to take from the side.
Okay.
So what you do... Oh, there was not much. So what you do is you just add a little bit of concealer to the center of your lip.
Wow.
Unexpected, right? I've never added concealer
I'm going to do
my lips.
It along with you.
Magic.
Is this the 2000s? Okay, oh no, I have lipstick on my teeth. Yikes.
Okay, can y'all see that?
I'm going to copy you.
I think I put on too much concealer.
It's okay.
A little bit.
It looks nice. I feel like
but it looks like, really nice.
It mutes the color a little bit as
exactly. Well. It mutes the color, and it just kind of, I don't know, it brings out something.
Do you guys like it?
It looks good. It just kind of, I feel like maybe it blends it. Maybe it makes the color closer to your skin tone or something.
I kind of love this. I'm going to be trying this more often now.
Like, I don't know what shade to call this.
You're right. I think it, like, brings your skin color, like, into it.
Yeah. Isn't it nice? It looks so good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got lipstick.
Me too. Me too. Okay, my beauty secret. Okay, I only thought about this morning when I was doing my makeup.
Yeah.
Usually people think that when you have blemishes, you should put concealer on it. But I have realized it's better to use like a more full coverage foundation. Ooh. Put like a little bit on your hand. Yeah. And like dab it on whatever blemishes that you have. Because when you put concealer is usually brighter, so it like highlights it. Right? So, but then with foundation, a full coverage foundation, you let it blend into your face. Oh, so that's what I've been doing, and I feel like it like masks it a lot better. Yeah. To just use a more full coverage, like skin tone, like the main base of your skin tone. Yeah. To just like cover it up. Yeah. Yeah, so that's like my little tip. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's interesting because at my workshops actually, people always ask me like, oh, like how come you don't use concealer to like cover stuff up? But then I'm like, yeah, I've realized that concealer just like highlights it all out, because usually we use it to highlight the middle of our face. So when you're putting it on the blemish, it makes it stand out.
So true.
So that's my little secret.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. The little lip combo. Yeah. The little face.
We're all set.
Yeah, we're
all set. I love it.
Yeah, so you guys may not know, but Meg is actually a model. She's not only done modeling, but you've also done like pageantry, right? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey, like doing modeling, pageantry and stuff? Yeah,
so I started when I was 5 with modeling. My mom put me in like a kids acting modeling agency in Japan. Nice. And that was really fun. So I had to learn right away not to scowl at the camera, because I just naturally was just like, I wasn't a smiley kid growing up. And neither was I a very like girly or into fashion makeup. That only happened when I joined the Miss Universe Japan pageant in 2022. Okay. So until then, yes, I was doing modeling. Yes, I was in that field, but I did like fashion. Like when I look at my high school pictures and stuff, like I loved like the punk rock, loved dyeing my hair, and loved wearing bright colored pants. Like my pants selection was amazing. Like it was amazing back then. But other than that, like when it came to makeup, I did some, but I was never the type to like sit for hours and learn and go out and shop intentionally for makeup. Yeah. That was kind of my sister's field. And for me, I was just like, I'm gonna go climb a tree out back. Yeah. Like I was that girl. And so when 2022 came along, that was just such clear leading from God to join this pageant. And when I did, of course, like people who knew me for a long time, they're like, you, a pageant? And like, and some people had joked about it. They're like, you know, you're tall, this, that. Like, it'd be fun if you joined, but it was basically like a joke. Yeah. And then I actually went and did it, and they're like, But that was like the first time I really sat down intentionally. And I did watch some like Candy Johnson makeup videos, like in middle school, high school.
Candy Johnson, I forgot about her.
Yeah. I loved her stuff. Yeah. Loved all the colors. So I think I always did have an interest, but I never really it wasn't to the point of sitting down and intentionally going after it. And I think there were some beliefs tied to that too, which we can like step into in a second. But yeah, when I joined the pageant, there was no choice but to like learn, like sit down, look at yourself in a mirror.
That's true.
And like learn. Yeah. And I didn't have time to like think about, is this vein? Is this concealer? It was like, no, you got to do it. If you want to pass, you got to do this. So yeah, so that was a really like an experience that really kind of jump started, or like, I don't know how, like accelerated me into beauty more. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I feel like in a similar way, I've kind of had a similar experience where it's like the people who know you now or like have just gotten to know you, they think you're all about that because all they know you from is like your modeling and all that. And for me, like my big sister stuff, my makeup and content creation.
Right.
But yeah, so many people have asked me like, oh, like how come like you're into like sport and stuff? Like,
right.
I'm like, you don't know me, like before the makeup, I was this. It's like the other way around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I just feel like, you know, as women, we can be so like multifaceted, like in a great way. Like you don't just have to be like a girly girl who only does this. Like there's so many other things that you can do as well.
That's so true.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to talk a lot more about like superficial beauty. I mean, have you ever gotten like comments of people, I think especially in the Christian world, you know, like we're in the Christian world, people saying like, oh, like your job is so shallow, or like beauty is shallow. Yeah, anything like along those lines, and like how you've navigated through that.
Generally, I feel like I was surrounded by people who got it. Like people weren't necessarily super into that field. But I never got like explicit comments. But I do think having started at such a young age, like definitely my parents were like chill with it.
True.
Yeah. I definitely could tell, like, I guess in my experience, I could tell when people were uncomfortable with it or they just didn't have knowledge about it. So they were like, oh, that's like far from me kind of thing.
And that's probably like how I met that random guy this morning. We're like, he's talking to me about Twitch, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right,
so
right. Yeah. But I feel like that's been the extent of it. And then, you know, thankfully, like my whole family's kind of in that world. And so, like, I'll just talk with them and they'll be like, yeah, like.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think for me, just because it's weird, I guess I've done a lot more jobs, like in the church world and like, you know, just like working at church. So sometimes I guess the thought and the sound of me like going into beauty instead just sounds very, what's the opposite of noble? Unnoble. It's just like, oh, okay. You're training that life for this. Wow. And I think sometimes beauty like seems so shallow. Yeah. Like, I've gotten definitely a lot of comments, but not all men, but it's always like a man who asks me this kind of questions. But I was saying like, oh, so you teach women empowerment, but like you teach makeup. How does that go? That's like so shallow, and like, how does that, you know, go hand in hand?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that like causes us to see like we need to shift the like narrative of what beauty is and what true beauty is.
Right.
And I guess that's what both of us like we try to endorse, and also what we want to bring to like the Cambodian beauty industry, and like even I guess with you in Japan and whatnot. Right. Yeah. So I don't know, to you, like what is beauty? What is true beauty? Like how do you encapsulate that? Like if, I don't know, someone was asking and like to you, what's your view on beauty?
Man, I do think it's really, to kind of touch on the last point, I do think it's really, really unfortunate that in like the Christian sphere that thankfully I wasn't exposed to it too much, but I do know that it is a thing of like, oh, makeup, fashion, beauty, you're conceited. It's just like completely kind of like generalized or like wrapped up, like categorized in a way that's like, oh, that's not welcomed in the church. Whereas I feel like my journey with beauty has been such like self-image, what we believe about ourselves. It's so like it's so core, right? Like it affects everything that we do. And yet, like, if we're not talking about it, like, there's such a disconnect.
Yeah.
And so I think, I feel like my journey with beauty has been such, like, this intimate journey with God of, like, reframing what I believe about myself even.
That's so true, what you believe about yourself.
Yeah. And another thing was that I really, during the pageant, you know, a lot of it was just, you know, very much like makeup class. Why don't you have lashes on today? You know, like it was just very like very technical in a way, but that also kind of allowed me to recognize, like, yes, there's this very, like, emotional part of it, of, like, you know, how we view ourselves, blah, blah, blah. But it's also, like, a skill set.
Yes.
Like, it's just,
true.
like, a tool. Like, it's a skill as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like makeup in particular kind of has, like, two facets of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That people don't talk about.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, actually, so one of my cousins, she is a stylist. She does, like, color analysis and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you gone for one of those?
No, not yet.
You have to. I think you'll really love it.
Yeah.
This is my color, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember,
so.
but I'm more of a cool tone girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's a stylist, and I, like, wanted to ask her and talk to her just about her journey of, like, starting her own studio and all that.
Yeah.
And she said something to me which was really surprising. And she also has the same experience where, like, you know, some church people just wouldn't get it, of how it's like, it's such a shallow job that you shopping for people's clothes and you pick them out. Yeah. And she said to me, like, it's interesting because God is literally the God of beauty. And I was like, that is so interesting. And she's like, yeah, like, we are made in his image, and, like, the most beautiful thing is literally God himself.
Right.
And I was, like, so stunned because I just never heard of it, like, that way.
Yeah.
And she was saying, like, just how,
So
like,
true.
important beauty is, and how we see, like, there's women in the Bible, how it talks about their beauty. Obviously not just on the outside, but it's kind of like this radiance that comes from the inside out.
Right.
Which is, you know, like what Big Sister's all about, right? Beauty from the inside out. She's talking about how, like, Esther prepared herself for months and made herself look beautiful. And even the way they talk about Rachel and Leah, like Rachel in particular, how there's, like, a sparkle in her eyes and stuff.
Right.
And I think there is importance about, like, beauty. It's like really embracing, like, who God's made you to be. And like, there's just this radiance, from the inside out, that, like, I guess there's some women that you see and you're like, wow, they're just so... the way they carry themselves, and you're definitely one of them, obviously. But, like, the way that they carry themselves just, like, comes out, and you're like, I want to be like that woman, not just because she's, like, beautiful on the outside, because she, like, is such a woman of, like, kindness, and she just, like, makes the atmosphere in the room like something else. And I think that's, like, just such an important part that we don't really grasp sometimes about beauty, that it is an important thing, and you kind of bring, like, a importance about yourself in the way that you're saying, like, I love myself kind of thing as well. How do you stay beautiful from, like, the inside out? Like, I guess it could be, like, your character vibes, but also just, we can talk about, like, skin, hair, like, just everything combined. Like, what are your how do you stay beautiful, like, all around?
I do think that we, as humans, we become what we behold. And so when I think of, you know, when I think of God, like, he's so beautiful, right? And so that's something that I always want to do more of, is, like, to remember that beauty of him. And, like, and also in the Bible, I don't know the verse exactly, but it talks about, like, bringing in that aroma of Christ. Like, we're called to bring in that aroma. You know, and, like, aroma is something that's, like you just breathe in, like, you just, like, you instantly, like, relax, you know? And, like, we're called to bring the aroma of Christ, like, whoa, right? And I don't know, as you're sharing, I just thought of that, like, you know, we're created to behold him. We're created to be literally his temple, right? And, like, be the carrier of, like, him, his presence on earth. And that's wild. So, I think beauty to me is, like, it's just a natural response. Like, yes, there's, like, the skills and da-da-da-da-da, but, like, at the end of the day, like, for something that really radiates from within, I think it really has to come from gazing on the Lord and who he is, and not our perception of him, but, like, who is he really? Like, he's perfect. He's perfection. You know,
I think what you talk about is so interesting. It reminds me, I just got thrown back to, like, 2022, when I was really into, like, female rap.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever been into like
rap, yes.
Female rap.
Never
like,
female rap though.
Like the female rap is like, I don't know if you know Saweetie. Well, I'm sure you know Nicki Minaj,
yes.
Cardi B, and all them. You know, there's like a whole bunch of them. But I was really into them, and then, like you were saying, like what you behold, you become. And like I was looking back at like photos and videos, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was like so into that style. Yeah. And my demeanor, the way I behaved, also kind of mimicked them without even knowing, because that was what I was listening to all the time. Yeah. Those were the people that I was following on Instagram. Like to me, how they upheld beauty and their beauty standards became what I upheld as well. Right. Which now I look back and I'm like, there was definitely a lot of parts of that was not healthy. But it was like you were saying, like whatever you behold, you become. Right. And I think even as women, like all of us, we got to consider like who are we like looking up to? So true. Who are our beauty icons and who are our like the people that we look up to, even in terms of beauty as well, because like if you want to mimic them, like you're going to start to like kind of love that lifestyle as well. Right. Exactly. So it's like we kind of got to be careful, like who we behold and who is setting our standard for beauty and identity. Right. Yeah. And right now with social media too, sometimes I catch myself, I'm like, I have no idea who these strangers are. And I'm just like, scrolling, feeding myself, like my mind, feeding my eyes, my mind, my soul, and essentially like my spirit. And sometimes I'm like, wait a second, I don't think, hold on, like, why am I listening to this random dude like chatting away? Like, so yeah, I mean, it really, I think especially now like with social media, it just requires probably even more than before. I feel like this is probably something that people have had like for generations, but like I feel like now more than ever before, like there's such, it's so like it's just at your fingertips, you know, to just not be so conscious about what we're taking in or like whose lifestyle we're taking into ours. Yeah, it is weird that even though you might just think someone's pretty and you like really look up to them, like you would start like kind of liking the stuff that they do as well. Yeah. And mimicking that. Right. Well. And I'm like, I'm definitely guilty of this. Yeah. It's like just a realization. Right. So that's what you're doing. It's so true. I think that just like goes into like having a healthy view on beauty as well. Yeah. I don't know. Especially in Asia, I think a lot of the beauty standards is just like to be thin, to be skinny, you know? Yeah. But then it comes with a lot of unhealthy beauty practices. Right. And especially in Cambodia as well. We've talked about this before of how like the beauty standards also to have really, really light skin, even when it's not like your natural skin color as well. So it's like, yeah, we got to have a healthy view on like beauty, and that also comes with taking care of ourselves and our bodies. Exactly. And then also like accepting who we are, how we look like, and whatnot. Yeah. I think what is like something that an unhealthy like beauty standard of you that you used to have of yourself, if there is any? I can go first if you're still thinking. I think for me, because I grew up in Australia, so it's like the people didn't really look like me. So then I think some of it would just be like not really thinking I'm as pretty as the other girls who were like white, right? Because it's like the beauty standard is kind of that race. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember there were guys who used to say to me like backhanded compliments where it's like, oh, you're really pretty for an Asian. No. 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 And I was like, ooh. No. I was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, no. Right? Yeah, no. So then because of that, it's like it's subconsciously like kind of comes into you. It's like, oh, that you're not really beautiful, or my features. Like I used to, and this is like, it's just so mind-boggling because later on you hear what your friends feel like they were insecure about, and then you're like, that's exactly what I wanted, you know? Because recently I saw one of my friends post and she said, I used to hate my nose growing up because she had like, I guess, big nose from the side. Okay. But like to me, I was always like, I want like a sharper nose. Like I don't really like the Asian nose as much, and I was like, I don't feel as beautiful because of that. And it's like so weird that it's like now down the track I hear my friends saying like, oh, they would rather like a nose like this, where I would rather like a nose like that, like that kind of thing. And so I think at one point of time I had a very warped view of beauty just because of the country environment that I was in. It was just like you see the other girls and I'm just like, oh, their eyelashes are so much longer than mine, and you know, small things like that just kind of got to me. But only when I grew, I guess, older and was like starting to understand what beauty really means and to be confident in the way God's made me, that it started to change. And now I love the way I look. But it's like, and probably like whoever's watching is probably like, that's so weird, I've always thought you were beautiful or something like that. But you know, you never know.
You never know. It's so true. I definitely can relate on like the environment where you grew up in part.
That's true.
Because growing up biracial in Japan, now we're seeing more like representation or like podcasts or this and that, influencers. But growing up, I mean, bullying was still huge. While simultaneously in the media, there started to be like biracial talent, and everyone, you know, of course, they're like, oh, half wa like, もう本当に綺麗, like half people are so beautiful, and like they, you know, a lot of girls do like mini surgeries, like mini cosmetic surgeries to like get the double eyelids, or you know, like, you know, make their tall nose or nose taller. Yes. You know what I mean? Or, you know, different like just small surgeries that you can't really tell, but all of them, they're like, oh, I want to look like half, like I want to look like a little bit mixed, a little bit Western.
Yeah.
And so growing up, it was this dichotomy of everybody's like, oh, like I want to look like you. You're so pretty. Like kind of like jealous, or not jealous, but like, I wish I looked like you, like looking up to you, like loving your beauty. But at the same time, there was like just high criticism. Like I never felt fully accepted in my like dual culturalism. Yeah. So I never fully felt accepted. It was like loved, but at a distance. Like you can stay over there, Meg, because you're weird. Like that's how I felt growing up. So that really like did affect how I thought, because it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be happy that I look a little bit more Western. I look different than everyone. I'm supposed to be happy about it, but at the same time, nobody loves me for it. Like I'm experiencing rejection because of this. So,
and like I'm assuming they also say like you're not fully like
you're not fully Japanese. Or just growing up, I felt a lot of times like just like my sense of humor was a little bit more American, because I watched a lot of like American shows or like listening to English music. And so, there's definitely that gap of like, I had to really do a lot. I think God really had to reshape how I view myself. Yeah.
That's true.
Because it was just this weird, like, oh, you should be grateful for what you have. But I was like, but I'm not, because it's resulted in rejection. And never just being loved for me. Like, why am I being judged on my appearance and not for me? Like, who I am, who Meg is.
That's true. And that like goes back to the whole shallow beauty thing, how like people only see like the outside sometimes.
Right.
Which is like, I feel like there are two sides to it, that it's like, there is a side that is really shallow. But there is a side where it's like, it kind of helps with self-image as well. To just like, truly like, oh, I actually do love like this about myself, even though like for you, biracial. And for me, like growing up as an Asian in Australia. And
like learning to love that uniqueness about you.
I feel like with the rise of social media, I don't know how to feel about it, because in a sense, I'm like, I see so much more like, you know, Asians that really look really beautiful, and then like Southeast Asians that look like me, that I can really be like, oh, like, you know what, like I can be confident about my appearance and whatnot. But then also it also comes in and then brings like just unhealthy like beauty standards, where it's like you should always look like perfect kind of thing as well. So it's like, I don't know, navigating that and just making sure that we have our heads screwed on when it comes to like beauty.
So true.
And like not using makeup or fashion to hide from your identity and like, and to like hide under that. I think that's an unhealthy beauty standard.
Yeah,
that
100%.
We are not pushing through like what we do with beauty.
100%.
Yeah, and with Big Sister, like I never want to teach makeup to teach women how to hide from how they look like.
Or even like to try to create beauty, because I feel like that's what I was doing before God really like reset my identity.
Yeah.
Makeup was always something to hide behind, something to hide behind, cover myself with, and to also like try to make myself beautiful. But my mindset, my belief was that I'm not beautiful, like because I was dealing with so much like self-hatred. But then once that identity shift happened, and that's like actually my testimony is like how God really was like, no, like it's your heart, you know, it's your heart that I'm after.
So true.
And once I got that identity shift, then like, you know, the one thing that this person prayed for me during that time was like so that she would be able to not feel like that she can go outside without putting on makeup. And at that point I couldn't. At that point I couldn't. I was like, hell no. Like I ain't doing that. But after God really really just like uprooted these lies that I believed about myself, makeup became something rather than to hide behind, but something to like accentuate the beauty that I already have. That was like the huge difference for me. Yeah.
When did this like shift kind of happen?
This was, I think I was like 13.
Oh, okay,
yeah, 13, 14. Yeah.
That's so good. Actually, like just you talking about that also just reminded me of when my shift came. And I think that it only really came when I was like 16, 17 when I had cancer. And I knew my hair was about to drop because I'd already gone for a few rounds of chemo. And they're like, your hair's going to drop anytime. It's going to be soon. Just be ready.
Yeah.
And I think I used to hide behind my hair, I think. I think this kind of shows the age as well, like the side fringe and stuff. I saw this video recently of like, the millennial side fringe. I was like, stop.
I love it though.
I mean, look at both of us. We both have side partings, and that just proves everything. But
I love it.
I used to like hide behind my hair, I feel. But there was a time that was coming that it was like, your hair is going to drop. So I was like, I need to make sure I prepare myself for this.
Wow.
And I really had to go through and see and understand, what do I understand about beauty and how am I going to move on from now? My hair is going to drop. Like, am I still going to be beautiful, or am I going to look like a bald-headed dude? Like, you know, and that was the realest thing. And I think, like you were talking about, there has to be a shift where you really understand, like, what is true beauty.
Yeah. Right.
And then I remember I was like, you know what? I am still beautiful. Like, God's made me beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I was still in high school. So I told myself, I was like, if anyone makes fun of you, they're the actual crazy ones because you're actually going through cancer. Yeah. So I think you're going to be fine. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Wow. Yeah. And when my hair dropped, I think that's probably the most confident I've been.
Wow.
I remember the first day it dropped out. So I had my hair in braids because I was like, I knew it's gonna drop out. So I'm like, I'm gonna try and contain it as much as I can. Yeah. When I took out my braids, like they all kind of like came off in like huge chunks, and my parents had to like cut it off because it was getting knotted. Yeah. And then I remember the next morning was church. And like I had the decision, do I go with like a beanie on? It's like very obvious because my hair was long. And then it was like, now it was cut short, but there's like patches coming out. So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to embrace this. I've never seen myself bald, so this is kind of fun as well. And I was like, I'm going to embrace this. I'm just going to go to church. And I'm like... just show up and like just be happy, like, you know what I mean? Wow. Yeah. And I just like I got myself excited for that whole season where it was like I was dropping my hair because I was like, I've never been bald, I'm never gonna go bald again, I know that. Yeah. So like, let's embrace this and let's go into it with confidence. And I think that really just showed like how much beauty really can be when I still did my makeup and stuff because I felt like, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, I feel like a dude right now, like I gotta put some makeup. But it's like just how much more you like value yourself. And I was like, I don't have to hide from my hair anymore.
Right.
But I can just show up and be confident, and then be like, I guess now people are not looking at me for my outer appearance, and I can just be who I am. And if people like me, guess what? It was all my personality because my hair is gone. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was crazy because I also went for a job interview at that time. I had to rock up. I was just like full bold. And I was like, just be confident and everything. And I remember everyone that was like, wow, like you're so confident and stuff. And I was like, dang, I guess this is what it's like to build on your inner beauty. And just be confident, like however you look like right now. Just believing that you're beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
What is beauty for you?
I think it's definitely encapsulating all. I think that's why I teach makeup. Because, everyone's like, oh, if it's just inner beauty, forget the makeup. I don't think that's true. I think when you value yourself, you will put effort into it. Makeup's definitely a creative expression. Yeah. But I think, like, to be beautiful is to, like, also take care of yourself and spend the time in the morning to do your makeup. And to just present yourself like in your best way, I guess. And then that's same with fashion as well. Yeah, but I always say this, the most beautiful person you know, it's definitely not just because of their appearance, and it's because of the way they make you feel. Yeah. And like how they're just a beautiful person, like encapsulated into one. They're kind and encouraging and stuff. And I think that comes hand in hand. But it's only really when you understand your true identity and you're not competing against other women that you can kind of exude this like genuine kindness. Right. Yeah, so and I think I just want to use Big Sister to eradicate that kind of competition and comparison, so that we can actually step into like that true beauty and identity. So true. Yeah. Yeah. How do you navigate like comparison?
I feel like in a way, it's hard. It's hard for me to... It's hard. Like, me comparing to others or others like, comparing to me or...
Both. I don't know.
I feel like I've just categorized myself as other since I was little. So, like...
What do you mean? Like, categorize yourself?
Because, like, I can't try to look Japanese. That's true. Or, like, I can't try to be American because I'm just not. Like, and I don't want to be something that I'm not. Yeah. So... In a way, like, I feel like it's impossible. Like, there's no, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. That. So let's look at, like, who Meg is. Like, what has God put in Meg? Because, like, every person, like, even if you are 100%, you know, like, 100% Cambodian, you are unique. Yeah. You're not, like, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. Like, you are unique. So... Like, even beyond race, beyond looks, it's like you're unique with the, like, unique design, unique set of experiences, way of thinking, way of feeling. Yeah. And that's what, like, I hope people understand is, like, you do not have to look like the girl or the boy next door. Like, you're so unique. You have your own dreams and your own visions. Yeah. And your own aspirations, your own struggles. So, like, let's embrace that. Yeah. Because it's so rich already.
You're right. Yeah. I love that, like, being in your own category.
Yeah.
Like, there's this quote, Pinterest quote. Yeah. Own race, own lane, own pace. Like, it's just your own zone. I love that. And even when you talk about uniqueness, I think, not to be, like, cringe, but I think about, like, snowflakes and, like, you know, there's rocks where you cut it in the middle and there's, like, the marbling pattern and stuff. Yeah, I think of those kind of things as well. It's, like, every single rock that you crack open or every single snowflake that you see, it's so different, and that's what makes it beautiful. Yeah. And that's how, like, that's the difference between those natural things, like those rock thingies, than the ones made in, like, the factories, because everything's going to be the exact same. And I think that's something so beautiful about being unique and, like, understanding, like, God made us all so unique with different experiences and stuff. Right. Yeah.
As well as what you're going to do in your lifetime. Yeah. Like, it's going to be unique to you. Yeah. And, like, you have a set of things that's, like, already prepared that's going to happen for in your lifetime that you're going to do, inspiring others or building this and that, like, the person next to you can't do. Yeah. Or, like, it's just not meant for them.
Yeah, that's so true. Wow. I'm excited now for 2026.
No, for
That
real,
is
yeah.
so true. Yeah.
2026.
It's just like, I don't know. It's so easy to like compare sometimes.
Where do you feel like that comparison comes from? Like,
I think sometimes it's kind of like a natural thing where it's like, oh, if someone's in your like kind of zone of things that you're doing,
yeah,
that sometimes it can seem like a competition. I think that's how society has been set it up to be. That's like kind of like a race sometimes. But it's like we got to get out of that zone to see that we're not at the starting line like about to race. Like we can be working together. I mean, just like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're kind of in the same industry, but it's like there's nothing to compare about. Like we're doing different things and like we can collaborate together to make something even greater.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I definitely, after that whole like shift, when I was like around 16, 17, when my hair fell, I think comparison like kind of went out the window after that. But definitely it still comes sometimes where I think to myself, like, oh, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. It's moments, but you just gotta like.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely do feel like with my sister, I just, like when you were saying like it just happens, I was like, oh yeah, it did just happen. Like with my sister, it's just a natural thing. But yeah, I think sometimes like we compare because for me, whenever I would compare, it would end up in me feeling like I'm lacking. So again, it was like after that switch happened, then it was like, oh no, actually like God's given me everything I need. So it's like he fulfilled that part already. So it's like, oh, I don't need to compare. Like she has her lane, I have mine.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to share to the girlies before we end?
Oh,
I'm on time.
You're on time. I would say like another thing that I was thinking about while thinking of this topic was like, I feel like the most beautiful women that I've met are the ones who have overcome the most hardship. And yeah, you're definitely one of them.
Aww,
so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is so true. Like, I feel like to come out of a hardship and then still be joyful.
Exactly.
Or like confident. Yeah. And it's hard, but.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Because it's not like you get over a hardship and everything's fine. No, like you live with it sometimes, whether it's grief or like things that just remain as a result of the hardship that you've been through, like loss. Yeah. Because it changes, hardship changes you, but like in the midst of that, like just to keep going, I guess, that's like, I'm like, wow, like that always moves me when I see like women who I feel are like so powerful and beautiful. It's like, wow, like that just moves me, that like, I don't know.
No, same here. And I think it's so like inspiring especially when like if you've had conversations like with people like that, like even just like us like having our own personal conversations of just how like you have to pick yourself up and tell yourself you're beautiful every day, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
And like remind yourself, no, like God's got a plan for me.
Yeah.
I know it's all crashing down right now.
Yeah.
And like I've seen that in your life as well. It's like, but no, I'm gonna pick up. I am beautiful. I am a strong woman. I am created for greatness. And like sometimes it's hard. I think for anyone who's listening, like, sometimes it is hard, but it's like keep going.
Yeah.
And like that's all part of the beauty as well, like the strength and
well, because I guess like like a catchphrase you could say is like, beauty is not perfection. We didn't even touch on that. Oh my gosh, like we could go another 30 minutes, y'all. We could do another 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Quickly delve into that. Quickly.
Yeah. Beauty is not perfection. Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And what is perfect anyway? Because like we're all different, and it's just who you see as your icon or who you look up to. Right.
So. And another thing is like, no matter how perfect, I remember in high school, one of my sister's friends was that type of person. They're just like, they're confident, joyful, really nice. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to be like her. I was like, I'm never going to be that. I'm so far from that. And then my sister shared with me that she had gone through like depression and like hardship, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, like I had no idea. And here I was thinking like her life is all butterflies and pink roses and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I guess that kind of ties into comparison and jealousy and whatnot. But it's like, you actually have no idea like what people are going through.
So true.
So,
and I think even with like celebrities like coming out now and saying how like their past has been like so bad, I think of like Britney Spears and stuff, and it's like I know every girl like looked up to her, but she's had like such a hard life, and it's like there's so many things like sometimes we just compare and we're like, I just want to look like you, but that person's probably thinking like, forget that, like you know, like who even cares like how you look, because I'm just going through the hardest thing ever. So true. Beauty is not perfection. And like beauty is not just a superficial thing as well, but it's something really to from like
within.
To harvest something from within, and to be, it's definitely so linked with identity and confidence and where you find your identity in and from. Which, I mean, for us, like, it's from God, and like knowing that we're created by God.
Exactly. Exactly. True.
I wish we could talk for like another 5 hours.
Same.
But I'm genuinely so happy that you've come on here today.
Thank you.
On our podcast. Very first guest. More to come. You have to come back to Cambodia again.
Yes, please. I know, another 5 hours sounds just about right.
Maybe we are like those streaming Twitches.
We are the streamers.
We are the streamers. We're streamers, guys.
We're streamers.
Maybe we should like transition to lives next time. We can earn a little bit of money from that.
That might be really fun. Would you guys watch? I would watch.
Would you?
Well, I mean, I'd be in the conversation.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like if you put someone in the background.
Like while you're cooking or like doing your makeup.
You have to come back.
I do. I really do.
But thank you so much for this conversation. I wish I could have asked you a bit more about your stories from like your pageantry days.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Stories. I would love to hear more. So I guess everyone's just gotta wait for the next time.
This is just a teaser, guys. This is intro. Intro part 1. Not even part 1. This is intro. So,
it is. It literally is. No, for real.
Oh my gosh.
But I can't wait. I love seeing all the projects that you do and all your little vlogs and all that. And I don't know, I'm excited I'm genuinely excited for you this year.
Thank you.
And everything that you're going to do.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's going to be a really good year.
Yeah. Can you share with everyone like where they can like follow you?
Ooh, okay. I have YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I think that's all. I don't have a Twitch yet. Let's see. My Instagram and which platform is that? My Instagram is Megumi Maria. My Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, I believe, are Megumi Wilson. TikTok might be Megumi Maria. I'm a little fuzzy on that. But generally, Megumi Wilson, Megumi Maria. Sometimes there's an underscore, blah, blah, blah. But you'll find me. Yeah, just type in keyword Cambodia, Japan, and I'll be there. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
On the podcast today.
Yeah.
Anyways, all of you guys, follow us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and we hope to be doing more workshops in Cambodia. So if you're in Cambodia, definitely check out our socials, send us a DM. We'd love to invite you to one of our workshops. Where's my mirror? See you guys.